Hey everyone, I wanted to just give you a bit of an update on some of the things that have been happening with youth and some of the things that I've been learning working with the youth. You know, our senior youth group, we are meeting in each other's homes right now. So every Tuesday we're meeting in a different house of a family from the church. And it's been really cool to see how these youth are opening up in these familiar, comfortable type spaces in their own homes in ways that we never really saw them opening up at the church building. Something about this other setting is really bringing out the most in our discussion groups and our conversations. Some of you might know also that I've become a part of the Campbell River Storm hockey organization as their chaplain. And a couple weeks ago, we had the opportunity to host them at the church building for a Thanksgiving meal. But the interesting thing is, most of the time when we have a chapel session, it's not at the church building. I go up to Campbell River and chapel happens in the dressing room, in this setting where the guys are really comfortable. You know, most of those guys, they wouldn't come to church if I invited them on Sunday. If I said come to church on Sunday, there's no way they'd come. And so my message today for all of us is sometimes it's better for us to bring church to people than to bring people to church. The church is a gathering of people, not necessarily a building. We have a church building, but the church is so much more than that. And so this is something that it's called incarnational ministry. Incarnational because it's like what Jesus did in the incarnation. The Word became flesh and dwelt among us. Jesus didn't stay up in heaven. He came down to earth. He came to where we were, to our sphere, to our location, and he brought the good news with him. He brought salvation with him. In the same way, we see in the book of Acts, the early church, they go out to places. The Samaritans would have never received the gospel if the disciples hadn't left Jerusalem to go to Samaria. The Gentiles would have never been invited into the family of God if Peter hadn't gone to the centurion's house and gone into his home. The jailer and his family would have never turned to Christ if Paul hadn't been arrested and put in that prison to witness to him. And I think in the same way, we're called to go out to people and bring church to people. You know, one more story from youth. There was a junior youth boy, actually, that I connected with really well in the summertime. And it seemed like he was showing some interest in spiritual things, showing some interest in the good news of Jesus. And then fall hit. And this grade 6 boy was nowhere to be seen. I kept inviting him out to junior youth, and he wasn't coming. And so I really wanted him to be a part of junior youth. So I thought, what better way than to bring junior youth to him? Last Friday was a Pro D day, and so I got one of our regular junior youth boys, Cameron. He came with me, and we knocked on this other boy's door, and we went disc golfing. We played some ping pong together. We had a great time of connecting. And I had some awesome opportunities to share the love of Jesus with this boy. You know, his dad's not a very good role model in his life, and he was worried about becoming like his dad. He started to open up a bit about his family life. And I got to share with him that Jesus can set us free from those destructive cycles that so often get passed from generation to generation. At the end of this time together, he made the comment, you know, I think I'm going to try to come out to junior youth this week on Wednesday. And I think it was just another testimony to what we need to do as the church is bring the church to people. Most people would feel very uncomfortable if you said, hey, come to church with me. It's an unfamiliar setting. They don't really know what to expect. But if we bring church to people, they're going to find the good news of Jesus is something that they want to hear more of. And maybe they will come on Sunday morning. I think an organization that does this fantastic is YFC. You know, I'm standing in front of Vanier High School, and just across the street is YFC's headquarters. But YFC, what they do is they don't invite kids to come to their programs until first they've gone into the schools and met these youth where they're at. So my question for all of us today is, where are you bringing Jesus? Where are you bringing the church to other people? Maybe it's your workplace. Maybe you're at the curling rink, just having some fun. Maybe you're at the hospital because of an illness or because you're visiting someone who's sick. Wherever it looks like for you, whether it's family, work, recreation, think about where you're bringing Christ. Think about where you're bringing Jesus. And so for the first time ever, maybe, you get to hear a pastor say, don't bring people to church. Because the church was always meant to go beyond the walls of the building. We are the church. Let's bring that to the people around us in our valley. God bless you all.